What's up, friends? Wasn't expecting to stream today, but I thought I'd give you guys a little bonus Battle Brothers. Right. As always, I've got to just take stock of where we are when we start. So we've still got Varenus, which I'm quite pleased about. In a number of battles so far this campaign, he's been borderline almost dying. I'm disappointed with the fact that he only has 62 aim at level 4, but I mean, I would have known that when he started without any stars in melee skill. Yeah, I've given him fast adaptation. I'm debating whether I should still make him a mace master. I mean, if his melee skill doesn't improve, he might be better off just being a flail specialist. And then we just use him to fight against raiders, just to pop their heads open. But then that would essentially mean that in the super late game, in the heaviest armor, he's going to be irrelevant. He's got nice resolve, he's a companion. I don't know. How he rolls on his melee skill for the next 4 or 5 levels will determine whether we keep him long term or not. Or of course he might get killed and that decision gets taken away from us. Janus, mace specialist, yeah, he should be totally fine as a mace specialist. I mean, he's also only got 61 at level 4, but the 2 stars in the melee skill makes all the difference. And he's got nice fatigue as well, and good hit points. Oh, of course, because he's got Colossus. Got to decide when I'm going to take the mace mastery. It's tempting to take it earlier, because then you at least have someone who's got a 100% stun chance, as long as they hit. I could mace mastery next level. Then a mace specialist will be in the middle of the formation, so he doesn't... I mean, of course, everyone on the front line benefits from underdog, but really it's the guys on the flanks, the raiders, who absolutely have to have underdog. And I'll probably be taking underdog on everyone, even the guys in the middle of the formation. Just on someone like Janus, I might delay taking underdog for a level or 2, because obviously we'll take Battleforged as soon as we can. Mace Master, I do still need to pick up bags and belts and quick hands at some point on them. For the tactical flexibility that gives them. And I've got to pick up Brawny, but of course their armor isn't heavy enough really to justify doing it right now. Servius, Regulus, level 4, 59 melee skill, and Asthmatic. Oh, I can't see us keeping him for too long. Scavus Dias. Yeah, he's also marked up for replacement. He doesn't have a star in melee defense. Gnaeus Pompeius. Here's our big hope for the future. He's tough, he's dexterous, he's got nice hit points. His fatigue could be better, but we'll be able to improve that by taking bags and belts, quick hands, that type of thing. For my hammer raiders, I tend to actually take hammer specialization, hammer mastery rather, quite late. Because really they're only going to seriously benefit from it once I have them in very heavy armor and actually using a two-handed warhammer. And the only particular enemy that desperately needs a warhammer to take down is an orc warrior, and we are nowhere near fighting orc warriors yet. So I think I can justify taking hammer mastery. What up, Fredo? Yeah, I just couldn't bear getting into the full getup. I will do on the weekend, but being a weekday, and I wasn't planning on streaming today, I just thought I'd do a quick bonus Battle Brothers stream. Gnaeus Pompeius. I've already given him quick hands. Yeah, his fatigue is too low. For him next, I think I'll take bags and belts. And then we'll take Brawny and then Battleforged. Pulo. Nice accuracy, using the Warbrand. He needs proper armor as soon as he can get it. But being on the flank, his next level he'll take underdog. Although for Gnaeus Pompeius, I should probably take underdog as soon as I can and then have him on the flank. What's up, David? Nanus Malsis, the sergeant. Yep, that's fine. He's got the stars where I want them. He's pretty good. Sealand, the level 1 archer. Again. Gonna be replaced. Gonna be replaced. Gonna be replaced. Gonna be replaced. So all 4 of these archers have done good work for us so far, but really these guys are essentially just placeholders until I can start cycling in hunters, you know. So someone like Olivus Oilus is a good example of, I couldn't really fit him into any other role, and I thought, well, fine. He'll level up his range skill quite quickly. He'll do, basically, until I can get a hunter in there. I mean, a hunter typically starts with around 55 range skill, so they get up a lot higher. And then Lucius Germanicus, our Bannerman. I like that he's dexterous, that's going to help. Melee skill, very nice. 2 stars in range defense is very nice. His resolve is actually higher than Nanis's, which is great because he doesn't have a star there. And then we got Biggest Dickus, who's just there to hold the line if someone up front gets injured. I'm just trying to remember loadout wise. I think I can put this flail user here because we've got Lucius to shield break, and then really what I'm thinking is if when I have a shield breaking X option, I like to have the weapons up front that don't go around the shields. So like having this flail user here would be a waste because they most likely wouldn't be a shield that he'd need to go around. Backup weapons, that's fine. That's fine. Just checking that everybody up front has the wooden stick and knife option. Right, we haven't taken a job, have we? There is this... you now remember, we said we were going to take this on. This is a 3-skull hunt down what terrorizes. This is the same kind of mission that took down the 13th Legion on the last attempt. Oh, for God's sake, and 2 of the guys got drunk. But actually that's fine because it's our sergeant who's using a spear anyway. And the 1 reserve lad. They are, but you'll notice I don't have another axe. As soon as I get another axe for Nanus Malthus, I'll give him an axe. Also, his melee skill is going to be fine. Most likely, both of my sergeants will be axe specialists. We just got to think very, very carefully about what we were going to do here. So we know we're going to be fighting either dire wolves or Noctiers. Hopefully it's Noctiers. It could be dire wolves. So what we've got going for us is the fact that everybody has swords and spears to work with. So what I do is I'll start with swords on all the lads up front. And then there are spears as an alternative. Remember that if you're fighting against the dire wolves, you're not going to have time to get your spear out. Okay, Gnaeus Pompeius is a little bit hurt, but he'll heal up. What's up, Dorian? He'll heal up as we chase these little dire wolves. Lucius Germanicus, I would actually have given you a falchion if I thought I could get away with it. I mean, a pike. Okay. So taking this mission is a huge risk, but the thing is, early on like this, you have to take risks like this. I really believe that. We're really hurting for money, and getting a 1,000 gold injection from doing this would be great. Well, Fredo, so the guys on the flanks, just any two-handed weapon. Well, excuse me. Oh, for God's sake, it's dire wolves. We can at least get this trading caravan to help us. God, this is bad. It's dire wolves. Can squeeze out an extra bit of fatigue by dropping all the spears. So the guys on the flanks would either use swords or warhammers. Given that I'm going for this 6 and 6 setup, they can't use a two-handed axe because then they can't use the swing in a circle. To do that, you would have to stagger your formation like that, which then gives the enemies access to your back lines here, which is no good. And the only two-handed weapons we're going to have 2 warhammers there, and then 2 great swords there and there, because these guys are going to be mace users. Because I've already got swords in the center of the formation, I prefer to have the hammers on the side of the formation. Yeah, these direwolf fights are pretty brutal. But at least by covering all of my flanks with swords, I can at least riposte and shield wall for a turn or two, which gives our archers time to do work. Well, honestly, they're probably better off just starting with their pitchforks. It's so hard to hit. And 44 to 66. Also, everybody on the back line here, my archers, need to have at least some sort of shield option. One of you lads up front is actually strong enough to use that kite shield. There's an 87 fatigue there. What's up, Super? 10 direwolves here is going to be really hard. It's going to, for the most part, come down to how our riposting swings go. I think this is the right thing to do. Remember, the direwolves are going to close in on us within that first turn. And then someone like Sealand, he's got very little chance of getting that first crossbow shot off and actually having it hit. So 15 chance to hit, -3 per tile of distance, so he'll be shooting with +9%. He might as well loose that first crossbow bolt and then switch to the pitchfork. Same thing here with Mizuma. That's alright, Dorian. Okay, so fighting them with this trading caravan is a double risk because these direwolves can feed on the caravan hands and get berserk and get confident, but a few caravan carts. This is 2 carts and 5 caravan hands. I think we take the fight here with around the caravan hands and just hope that, you know, it gives us some time to focus on the direwolves. Generally, if a brother is in contact with a wolf and the caravan hand is there, you can rely on the direwolf to go for the hand. Is that a slavering direwolf? A frenzied? Oh my god, that is horrifying. Are they all frenzied? 10 frenzied. Oh, Jesus Christ. Almost all of them are frenzied. And it's not even it's like 1 week into the campaign. No, you fools, don't move forward. Oh, okay. It's bad. I mean, it's all randomized, so yeah, that was a bit of misfortune. I suppose let's still go with the shield wall and riposte combo on all of our frontline lads, because these wolves that are already engaged are very unlikely to run around. And then while these caravan hands get eaten, I can just hope that my backline can do some work. We're just going to have to hope that the extra benefit we get from having these the time that these wolves are going to spend eating the hands, well, hopefully let's get some damage done. The worst thing about these wolves being frenzied is that they apply overwhelmed, which lowers our melee skill and melee defense. Oh god, height advantage. I could have sworn there wasn't height there. Oh, well, Strux gave us. Okay, lads. Oh, clutch. That caravan hand is a legend. Damn it, Olivas. Oh, Mizuma. %. Because of the goddamn overwhelm. Ugh, it's the worst. Okay, I think we go all out attack now. Just because these wolves are likely to focus on the caravan hands. Which gives us time to hopefully do damage. Oh, beautiful. Nice, Pompeius. Pulo, however, just needs to turtle up. I don't think it's worth reposting. He's only got 42 melee skill because of this fucking overwhelm. Also so like this wolf, I can kind of game the AI to make the wolf attack Germanicus over Pulo. Because Pulo's kept his shield up, so if Lucius Germanicus doesn't put his shield up, he'll be easier to hit. And this wolf will be more likely to attack him, which I want, because Pulo's in contact with 3 wolves. One of them's frenzied with heart advantage. Just gotta go claim that high ground before one of these wolves gets that high ground. Rip! And now that one's confident, which is really bad. Is that Vorenus? God damn it, this overwhelm is a nightmare to deal with. But my archers are all going to take overwhelm. Because I'm going to be using nimble and very light armor on them. Shit, I don't have any way to save Pulo here. This is really bad. I have to kill this direwolf and that direwolf to give Pulo any chance of surviving. Oh, you legend. That caravan hand has survived. He's hit 4 shots in a row. Oh, come on. Oh, this one's going to be an issue. Okay, good. Oh, I'm still super worried about Pulo. And he's exhausted as well. Pulo's probably dead. So I haven't yet gotten to... See, I took rally the troops over rotation. I should have taken rotation, but... It's obviously so easy to say that after the fact. I don't see how I save Pulo here. That helps, but now there's still this one direwolf can attack him 3 times with heart advantage. And look at that, he's overwhelmed times 6. So Pulo's melee defense is going to be like almost... Yeah, 45 is still not bad, but... We just gotta hope that this direwolf doesn't land all 3 of its bites. You see, Pulo can't even shield wall. Yeah, he's dead. I think my best bet is to kill this one. Or try to kill it and hope it affects this one's morale. Survive, Pulo, survive. Oh, he's our best fighter. No! Oh, God. One more turn. How do I get... Okay, that's good, because at least now this wolf is likely to focus that one. I think my best bet is to use my 2 archers to try poke this direwolf away, which gives Pulo a chance to run. 5 out of 5 for this guy. This dude's a god. Overwhelm lowers melee skill and melee defense. Oh, beautiful. Come on. Running out of options to save Pulo. Okay, if this poke doesn't hit, he's dead. Oh, for God's sake. Maybe Pulo will have enough fatigue to keep his shield up, and then hopefully this direwolf will focus the caravan hand. It's all I can hope for. I can't get up there. Can't help him. Oh, fuck's sakes. Rip Pulo. Please say struck down, not killed. Caravan hand. Impale, quick shot, direwolf, injured shoulder. God, please let him be alive. Watch this one direwolf just rip us all apart. Everyone's exhausted. It has heart advantage. We can't get surrounded by it. It's just gonna. Oh, god damn. That one little bit of the lay of the land has really screwed us. What's up, Augustin? It is indeed. Pulo just got hopefully struck down and not killed. Pray for brain damage. I had a look in the battle log but couldn't see. Hopefully it's just struck down. Fighting direwolves is dangerous business. Oh god damn it, broken elbow joint. God damn it. The mighty Pulo has to be retired. Fuck, that's disappointing. That's going to cost a fortune to retire him. Ah, that's Ipolocha. That is a very good tip. I should have tried that. Especially because... Yes, he's got quick hands, so dropping it wouldn't have cost him an action. Oh, that's genius. Why didn't I think of that? I mean, look, even with his broken elbow joint, he's down to 56 melee skill, which is about on par with everyone else on the front line. So we'll hang on to him for a bit, until we can find a replacement for him, but that is career ending. God, that's disappointing. I think that and pierced lung are the two worst permanent injuries and are automatic retirements. The list is fairly long. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 names. Still unused. Okay, Scavus Dias, the Sword Raider. Probably marked for replacement. Yeah, he's never going to have a long-term viability with lack of melee defense like that. And these +1s he keeps rolling. With the exception of Gnaeus Pompeius, we've been incredibly unlucky with the recruits we've hired. Look at that. Okay, so if I take +3 here, that's 76 hit points. So I think I don't have to level up his hit points anymore. And I'll leave his resolve at a nice round 40 then. Every level after this I can keep throwing it into melee defense and fatigue. Gnaeus Pompeius, you need fatigue. The 12 plus 5 divided by 3, it'll give him 5 fatigue. I think, yeah, I'm going to give him Brawny because he's now the best candidate to actually... Oh wait, I should have taken Underdog. Ah, that was a mistake. Damn it. Lucius Vorenus, the Mace Specialist. A +1, again. He's rolled +1 5 times. Leveled up 5 times. No, he's rolled it 4 times. He rolled a +2 once. This is why stars are so important. quickest. Added. So Varinus we're gonna have to get rid of at some point as well. He's no good. 62 at level 5. No good. Just not good enough. I may as well take Gifted then. I mean, at the next level we're going to be taking Underdog. I think that all of these guys who I intend to replace should just take Gifted, just for the extra stat points. Really sucks that I'm going to have to get rid of a companion. It would cost 340. How much is Pulo going to cost? That's not too bad. I hate to have to do that. Okay, Sealand, replacement archer. See, that's why I love archers. You roll a +4 even without any stars there. So eventually, all 4 of my archers are going to have nimble and anticipation and overwhelm, and they're all going to shoot quite quickly. So then, even if they're missing, they'll at least be stacking overwhelm. It's the theory, at least. Ooh, nice. You're our best fighter. I should give you a flail. Take advantage of that high accuracy. Dome someone right in the head. Well, we knew we were taking a risk, taking on that mission. It didn't really pay off. Ooh, a 400 gold militiaman. I'll hire him on the spot. Let's hope he has good star distribution. He does not. So, range defense is nice. I mean, honestly, I mean, look, he's got 43 range skill at level 1. Whereas Olivas only has 40 at level 2, but then he does have 2 stars. He doesn't really fit anyway, unfortunately. I don't need another sergeant or bannerman, so really he's just a nothing. Oh, God. So disappointing. I think I'll just bite the bullet and retire Pulo now. He's only going to get more expensive to retire. God, that's disappointing. Well, Pulo, that's unfortunate. Enjoy your retirement. You've earned it. And that's all the money we made. Gone. 350, good. Okay, I'm going to buy as many of those as I can. I can turn a nice profit off of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't need 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll need these maces eventually. Morning stars, rather. 171. Okay. Oh, 207. Cheap. Okay, let's take the salt south to Sattlefest. That's scary. That's a month. Yeah, he almost survived. For a full month. I've just been watching Rome. Even this morning I watched an episode. Pulo is such a badass. It's one of my favorite characters in TV of all time. Okay, so 120 gold profit off of that. Wait, didn't I buy tools and supplies? I thought I did. Oh, we already used them. So probably Gnaeus Pompeius is next in turn. Well, actually, yeah, he should take over the role that Pulo was doing, using the war brand. But he has to get underdog at his next level. I just want one of the lads who's higher level to be on the flank here, but I don't want Varinus here because we've got that shield there. Shield breaking axe there. Probably Janus Domitus. 22 melee defense, 28. 29 on Servetus, okay. Well, we're in no shape to hire anyone. But I need to go straight back to Gold Brew to go get tools. There was tools there for 200 gold. Men of the Road, biggest Dickus replacement, and Janus Domitius, a mace specialist, share stories of their travels with one another. I don't really understand what's so rich about walking about, but the two men do bond over their tales, and that's good enough for you. I also want to go buy another load of salt there, which we can use to make profit. It's one thing that this map has going for it, is we can do a bit of trading. No work to be had. Prices are a bit high. Do I still have a bowyer? I do. Also got to bear in mind, once Agrippa hits level 6, we need to keep some lumber in the inventory at all times. So he can make us a masterwork bow. Drive off brigands, certainly. And then prices should be more reasonable once we do that. The distinct lack of fishing nets for us to use. A little frustrating. Wait, what are the armor numbers up here? 75, that's no good. So it's a one skull brigands fight. Let's just hope for a couple thugs and a couple of raiders. No more than 2 raiders. That'll be ideal. Slaughter the thugs, dagger down the raiders, get their armor and their weapons. It's only it's a hut, so it shouldn't be that bad. But sometimes it can lie to you. There can be a few marksmen and some marksmen. Ugh. A few marksmen and some raiders. Well, we've got 4 archers, so I have to hope that I can outshoot them. Right, who's got decent fatigue? You got decent fatigue, so you can use that. Just maintain a shield wall, and hopefully we can get their marksmen down. If those marksmen have tier 2 crossbows and height advantage, we'll just have to retreat and take the fight another time. Okay, it's just a little short bow. And a tier 2 crossbow, and they have height advantage, so we're going to have to fall back. Hope they come at us. They may well do, because no, they're showing no inclination of falling back. Most likely we're going to have to retreat and reset the fight. These bandit marksmen, as we all know, are absolutely lethal. We might get lucky and they might come to us. Best case scenario, the marksmen do something stupid like run out and run forward. But that's incredibly unlikely. We'll just take one more turn and see what they do, but probably we're going to have to end up running away. Nope. As expected, they're not coming to us. So arguably this is cheesing, but honestly, Veteran is so expert, is so relentlessly, grindingly hard. I don't like having to do this. It feels dishonorable having to reset the fight and hope for better terrain. But if you take all of these fights, you'll suffer. So, again, it's the kind of fight we can win, but at what cost? And if you take too many fights like that even though you're winning them, you are taking losses that's putting you behind the enemy's power curve, which ultimately makes the campaign not doable. I mean, consider the fact that the enemy bandits, okay, fine, you see poachers mostly in the first month, but by day 30, you're fighting against marksmen, and I'm pretty sure marksmen have 90 ranged skill. I'm pretty sure it's 90. It's either 85 or 90. And our guys have almost half that. I mean, it's going to take us probably 3 months to get our archers trained up to that sort of skill. So before day 90, you've got to be super, super careful about fighting enemy marksmen. And if they have tier 2 crossbows, your guys tend to not have hit points, enough hit points to survive a single crossbow bolt. If it hits them in the body, they can usually survive it, but if your guys get hit in the head with a tier 2 crossbow, you're just dead. One shot. I mean, in a perfect world, we would just be fighting Wiedergängers, armored Wiedergängers, which are comparatively less dangerous, and they all carry nice chain mail that you can farm, and they give good XP. But no, we're not getting those kind of missions. We are getting fight bandits. Let's try again. Okay, short bow and a hunting bow. That's a bit more forgiving, and we can take this high ground. Okay, good. That's better. They all have shields, though, which I don't like. Quickly, Servitus, get up there. Servius, excuse me. Worth even taking the shot? I might as well. Well, no, let's do whatever damage we can to these raiders. Getting the order of movement right here is going to be really hard. For God's sake, go that way, you tit. Oh, this is completely screwed up. I have to hope Janice can make it there. Not without crossing through there. Fuck! I can't have them closing into my archer, so that really sucks. I just have to hope I can get another one of my lads up there. Just have to hope we can act before one of their raiders runs straight into that position. Which looks like it's going to happen. Yeah, there you go, straight away. And look at the archers hiding behind bushes. Bastards. Yeah, that's encouraging. At least Verena should be able to get his flail onto that raider. God damn it, you needed to hit that. Reiner, don't step in there. That'll be death for you if you step in there. Agrippa, 54%, get him. Great shot. Kneecap. He literally took an arrow to the knee. Nice Pompeius. I don't think the Warbrand is the right option. You're going to be in arrow range. And you could be stunned by that. So just go to the wooden stick and try to stun this guy. Beautiful. Oh, God damn it. Fucking disaster. Somehow I've got to get this guy away. I don't know how. Janus is in deep shit. He's surrounded by 3 of them. At least he's got the good kite shield. I just got to throw everything at this guy. 5% chance to hit. Ah. Nice, pierced hand, beautiful. How can you not see that marksman there? Okay, Agrippa, this is you. Oh, you beauty, that's huge. This is now the main pressing issue, though. Okay, that's interesting choice. That actually helps us. Helps us quite a lot. Reiner is level 1, so putting him here would be death for him. Run around the flank, rather. I was hoping to keep him stun locked, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. Okay, come on, Lucius. Awesome. Okay, that still leaves us with a problem here, though. Lucius is going to have to go there. Just to block the access to this archer. So it's only this raider who can get to that spot now. Janus is exhausted, so his time's running out. Hopeless. Fucking hopeless. I'm going to hope that Scavus Dias, he doesn't have great melee defense, but I'm going to try running up to that spot just to keep my archers safe. Then I can just tank up on the front lines. And I hope my archers can do all the work. I'll leave us Oilus, he's only level 2. At level 3 he'll have fast adaptation, and then in this situation I can just spam quick shot just to get fast adaptation to stack up. Look at this 5%, he's awful. 25% I think is his best shot. As soon as this guy goes down, then Servius can whip out his axe. Or is it Nias? Yes, because Nanus has the pike. As soon as this guy dies, I can take out the two-handed axe, and then we can get this guy killed. I might actually just change him to the axe just in the next turn. Also, Mizuma, you need to wait so you can get up to height advantage in the next turn. Let's see, 40% worth a try. Good shot. Potentially this is the play though. 65. Yeah, you got to take that. I guess it's Lucius with the axe, but right now he has to keep his shield up. He's not a great fighter. Okay, Varinus, one shot. 34%. I think that's not worth spending that fatigue going for Lash. Okay, so Pompeius can now use his two-handed sword and try to do some work here. Yeah, there you go. As you can see, because he's asthmatic. Ow. 5% even with aiming. Not good. Our armor is getting very beat up, especially with Janus. Sealand, I think he should just switch to his pitchfork. He's getting nothing done with that that crossbow. I think 44% is his best shot he's going to get. Nice! That's big for us. This guy's almost breaking. Nice, Pompeius. Has quick hands. Oh, but damn it, I've gotten this wrong. He doesn't have... Oh, fuck, he doesn't have space to get his Warbrand out. I would have to drop the dagger on the ground, which uses quick hands. And then on the next turn, I'll be able to have all my ability points. Janus. Gotcha, the lads are so exhausted. I'll leave us you doing nothing here. See if you can run and get a flank on that marksman. Ow. Right, 57, 41. this is a horrible grinding fight. Owie. This guy, he hasn't acted yet, so maybe if he's not going to be able to keep a shield wall up this turn. So Sealand, you wait. And Agrippa, you also wait. He's going to drop his shield wall. Nice. Now, Pompeius. Fuck, you can only attack once. Oh, good shot, Janus. Lucius Germanicus. You may as well go to your two-handed axe. I mean, you haven't got a shield anymore, so... Terrible. I'm just going to wait here because I'm going to just hope that Germanicus can get this guy's shield broken. I need to kill these two before he kills him. And this lad before he kills Domitus. 46, 57, I think it's worth taking. But hang on, acts in 11 turns, acts in 5 turns. Okay, I'm just gonna hope I can kill him. 46. Perfect. No, yes, there's kind of no point in taking more damage by keeping your sword out. Janus. Go here. Well struck, Janus. I should probably chuck another flail into the front formation. Just none of the guys really have the fatigue to justify using a flail. Oh, god damn it, Rainer. Nice, he's fleeing. Okay, let's stop spending arrows now. We've used enough missiles. I dare say it's too early to talk, but have we gotten through this without any fatalities? We might have done. Nice. Well done, men. Well done. God, that was a hard fight. Well fought, brothers of the 13th Legion. Nice money from this. We need like 260 from that. 114. 2 extra boar spears is very nice. Another flail, another good dagger, a nice helmet. Level on Janus. +3. God, it's still so low. For my guys in the center of the formation, I think I might just start with 1, 2, 3, then we go bags and belts, then we go quick hands. Then we can take battle forged and then come back for a weapon specialization. Also, the fact that I'm getting all these bags and belts on the guys means that I can start buying heater shields. So that will give our lads on the front line some tactical flexibility with what they're using and what they're wearing. 88 fatigue, you can take the heavier nasal helmet. 65 accuracy on Lucius. Yep. Flail, fine. 61 on Skyus. Yep. 52, you use a boar spear then. I think if the lads have less than 60 accuracy, they should be using a boar spear. God, this guy's awful. He's so trash. Mazuma Tertius. Okay, so you take that. Let's see, that's extra 5 points of head armor. That's actually 95, so we'll give that to you. Armor wise, the lads are really hurting. I need to go buy tools immediately. Well, biggest dickus can step in pretty much at any point. So that's good. Right, pay us please. Gold brew. We just gotta hang on and keep grinding. What's up, Golgotha? We do not have a team of superstars by any means, but they are okay. They're good enough that hopefully they can get us into a spot where we can get our economy nice and stable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many spears do we have in the formation? 7 and 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these 2 spears can go. The extra short bow I don't need. I don't need any more of these wooden sticks. As long as I have 6 wooden sticks up front. Wait, hang on, that's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Nias will carry one once he gets bags and belts. Janus Domitus. I think, yeah, you know what? With that accuracy and that fatigue, you can use a flail. That gives me 2 head cracking options. This sucks. It's so unlucky to get 2 stars, but asthmatic. Sort my swordsman. What do you mean? Oh, so that they line up with the shield breaker. Indeed, that's what I just did there. Okay, wait, you can use that. I'll tell you what, the biggest dickus, you can wear the green helmet of shame. It denotes one who is a noob. Or our bannerman wears a black helmet, our sergeant wears a green helmet. Yeah, he's sorted now. See, when I started like this, I had the wooden stick in his inventory, which then means you can't take out the warbrand. Okay, so I don't need these hand axes. Don't need the 3rd Morning Star. All of this can go as well. We'll keep that in reserve. We just bought some tools. That's a bit expensive. We're not looking to hire. We're looking to make the push through to 2,000 gold. God, we still don't have enough tools. Good God. Well, as we saw in the last couple of campaigns, this is the really hard part. This is where, if you look at your power on like a graph, your power is your power increases very slowly in the beginning, and then there's a certain part around about the between day 20 and day 40. Day 0 to 20, you're just going from your starting 3 guys, trying to get 12 guys on the field and stop them from dying. Then from days 20 to 40, you're trying to keep that roster, level them up, increase your power up where you can start doing 3 skull missions more reliably, get more money in, up to about day 40 to 60. Then you want to be stable, regularly earning 2,000-3,000 gold per mission. Then you can start hiring hunters, which are like, they can be 1,800 gold a pop. We're going to be coming back here, like this guy, Tall Leaf Eagle Eye. He'll be an awesome hunter, especially with Eagle Eye. He will have Eagle Eyed as a stat, which gives him extra vision. But we can't afford to hire him. I mean, he's 1,000 gold. I think we have to hire him. I feel like it will be a mistake not to, but prices are terrible here now. If only there was a mission I could do to remove the Terrified Villagers debuff. Let's go south and sell the salt, and then come back and hire this guy. What's up, Brothel? I mean, normally I would want to wait, but if you can pick up a hunter for only 1,000 gold, and he's got Eagle Eye, so that means he'll have that as a status is the wrong word. Well, one of these. That's pretty nice. Having Eagle Eye on an archer means you can give him a helmet that reduces vision by +1 and still not suffer all of the downsides. I have found that once you have bow mastery, having Eagle Eye doesn't actually let you shoot past 8 squares. Attribute. I suppose attribute's the word I'm looking for, yeah. That's 11 Nachtzeers. It could be good XP, but again, we're not getting paid to kill them, so... Well, Mikkel, I mean, that's absolutely a danger, but I mean, even if he has no stars in ranged, he's a hunter, so he starts with +10 ranged. So he's likely to start with between 50 to 57 ranged skill. And ranged skill, I think, rolls between 2 and 4 every level. So even if he rolls an average of 3, you add 33 to his starting ranged skill, which should put him in the mid-80s. Which is okay for an archer. It's not great, but it's enough. It's enough to keep him in your squad for a while until you can find someone better. I particularly want him to level up like that because that means I can turn Mizuma into just a frontline guy. Which really is what he should be. I mean, look, he's got stars in fatigue, he's got melee defense. He'll be very hard to hit. Yeah, just a frontline body. I mean, he hasn't got much of a future as an archer. Sealand, you could say much the same about that, but he's got the range defense, so... Or watch, we're going to go there and he's not going to be available. God, I want him, but this is such a risk. Also, we're trying to get 2,000 gold together. I don't know if I should hire him or not. It's such a risk. The other thing to consider is it's going to put us down to 140 gold, which is below 1 day's salary. I think we should be smart and not do that. That's... God, it's too risky. The caravan guarded to Seamark Fest. Seamark Fest is probably the other end of the map. And we know that guarding caravans is super, super risky. Yeah, look at that. It's across the entire map. It's far too risky. I've never seen this before. 3 cities. All of them are walled cities, so we won't be able to get any missions from them right now. At the moment, all I can do is work for Dunkeltal, Goldbrew. I can't work for Settlefest until I have work for noble houses. Yeah, okay. That's just another reason to not hire that guy. I feel like that was the right decision. Join us by the campfire. Death was strange in the battlefield. Yada. I don't like the fact that I'm getting people talking to me at the campfire saying stuff like that. And we already saw some auxiliaries roaming around the map, which makes me worry that we're going to get the undead late game crisis first, which is the most difficult one to deal with as the first late game crisis. Mainly because without super heavy armor, the undead just make mincemeat of you. Ooh, that's cost price. I shall be buying all of that. Yeah, the money we make from this will pay our salary for a day. I'll buy all 3 of these, head south, sell that for a bit of profit. What are the tracks southwest? I suppose the other reason why at this stage of the game being ultra defensive and careful is the right thing to do, because a bunch of our guys are still lower level. Perfect, 6 raiders, nice. And fighting them in rough terrain is particularly good because that's gonna favor our archers. I think I want to go for flails here. Knowing that I'm fighting raiders, I want to go with all the flails. Get straight past their bloody shields. But hang on, so 10 fatigue and it weighs 8. 7, okay, Slash takes 10 fatigue, really? Okay, well. What have we got there? Collapsed fortress. Brigands, just as your employer had thought. I'm just glad to see there's no cocking necromancer there for us to have to deal with. Okay, decent starting area, but quite hard to fight in these conditions. And these 2 pikes are really scary to start with. Let's put our archers up here on high ground. Just try to keep the archers alive. Hope the archers can do work against the pikes. Mazuma, get him. That's a terrible shot. You are the worst. Literally the worst. Ah, this is fucking scary. Yeah, I think the terrain being what it is, I should do something a little bit non-standard here. Just make sure that I can try to get them to come into this little, you know, C shape. This is kind of not what I had in mind. Still, I don't want to step into... Yeah, let's go like this. And then Regulus kind of does need to hold that flank, but going up here doesn't help. He wouldn't be able to attack those squares. What's this guy going to do? He's going to run around the side, and I'm happy for him to do that, so... So if I put Lucius Germanicus here, this lad runs around 1, 2, 3, 4, and is in contact with him, but then I can break his shield and these lads can do work. We'll see. Okay, it's all about focusing down these pikemen quick as we can. Oh, thank God. Height advantage helping us there. 67. Generally, if I can shoot for 50% and I've got fast adaptation and extra arrows, I'll quick shoot. Naming after viewers. Well, kind of both. I mean, I'm naming after viewers, but if you want to give like a name that sort of fits with the Roman theme, then that'll be great. You don't have to, but it is preferred. Do I just... Okay, running up to these guys is kind of pointless because they'll just swap. They'll use rotation and get that guy. So Servius Regulus is going to go help Lucius Germanicus there. Actually, no, Rainer will go help. So Regulus goes there. Lucius goes there. Which puts Gnaeus Pompeius actually going there. He's only got the flail. I thought maybe he had the two-handed sword. I don't know. I feel like moving up now is the right thing to do. Just so that I can get my archers to take these spots and still have height advantage. Farticus. How about Flatulentia? We've already had an Incontinentia. Farticus. Added. Servius, you need to keep your shield up. You're in contact with 4 enemies. Well struck. I love that this guy took the long way around. It's the rotation I was expecting. Ow! Goddamn pikes are dangerous. Get him, Olivius. You are just the worst, you know that? Yes, Lucius Germanicus, make them flee. Good hit. Gluttonous. Fat fuckius. 71, missed. Oh! Owie. Fucking pikes, man. One more arrow and he's dead. Oh, nice hit, Lucius. He's on fire this mission. Hit all 3 of his shots. Knocked that guy right in the face with an axe. Shot Agrippa. Oh, nailed him, Mazuma Tertius. Outstanding, boys. Outstanding. So we're not going to get any armor. It felt like it was too dangerous to try to dagger anyone down. Sealant, hang on to your arrows. Arrows cost money, and the fight is pretty much won. Well fought, men. Outstanding. We shall emulate the deeds of the noble 13th Legion yet. Okay, nice. We've got a second pike, which is huge. 2 more flails is also great, and then a couple nice helmets. It's Farticus, the rectal exhaler. And your excretions are fearful, and yea, the men shall flee before you. Okay, I think 40 resolve. I don't want to go any lower than that. Fatigue sucks, but +2 is no good. Hit points suck. This needs to be a viewer. Who was next? Let's take a look. Mazuma Tertius. So that's nice. That gives Lucius the tactical flexibility of using either the long axe or the pike, depending on what enemy he's against. If it's raiders, he'll take the long axe. If it's anything else, like, you know, zombies or whatever, he'll use the pike. The biggest dickus keeps feeling useless in reserve, but this is exactly why we have him. So you can take that spot. Do I? Servius, biggest dickus, Janus, Mazuma. Oh, I do, okay. Hang on. This is Pontius Exil. Next up, we got Zolaro Fullmen. Disgraceful brother of Erastes Fullmen. So, I mean, it's only paying us 290 crowns, which is, you know, terrible, but this is that grinding phase where I'm just going to keep doing work for them until our reputation gets higher and they'll start paying us better. How many swords? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 swords. I can sell any other swords we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spears. So I can sell any other spears we get. I can get rid of this reinforced wooden flail now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's an awful long way to Settlefest. And we need to buy medical supplies. I seem to recall there was a little hut that we found around here somewhere, which I might want to go clear out a little bit later. Just like a little collapsed dwelling or a little hut full of zombies would be great. That abandoned cemetery is going to be good for us. Creepy Hearts hideout. There's kind of two schools of thought of how to deal with these ruins in the early game. Either clear out whichever ones you can and immediately take the benefit you get. The other option is you leave them on the map and let them spawn patrols, and then when it comes time to do patrol missions of your own where you're getting paid by the nobleman, then there's more patrols you can intercept, which helps you get the heads you need for the bounty a lot quicker. Very little makes me happier than when I'm on a patrol mission and I see a gigantic group of zombies walking around. Nice, so 73 gold profit per furs. Don't know if that was worth it though. It's also expensive here. I think I got to hold off on the trading for a bit. Ironically, you need to have gotten to a certain amount of liquidity in terms of your cash flow before you can really take advantage of the trading. This is the caravan escort, which I don't want to do. Tools again, not too expensive. We've been able to find decently priced tools at Goldbrook Brew, whatever. I don't need healing supplies. Delivered in Dunkeltal. Okay, it's just down the road. Well, you'll see David is trying. Once we are able to find... I'm always on the lookout for historians. I'll always hire one on site just to have one on staff, because you never know when that buy or steal the map event will become available. And a minstrel is actually quite good to keep on staff as well, because they quite often give you positive morale boosting events. Hello, thank you for the host. This is hard. While on the path, you come across a small army of children. I've never had this option before. Biggest Dickus, you've travelled up there. Say something. Biggest Dickus takes his boots off and shows the bottom of his feet to the children. They recoil, gagging and covering their mouths. A little girl lets out a long ew to drive the point home. The man wags his foot around, showing off disgustingly calloused skin. I spent years on the road, and most of them without a good shoe to step with. I know what it's like out there. I've seen the dangers, people stabbing one another in their sleep, killing for a bite of a biscuit. Yada 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 yada. Okay, a little bit of a positive resolve boost. I have once before told the kids to hand over the valuables, which results in a few injuries and doesn't feel worth it. God, that's cheap, but I don't have the money. Yeah, that's a risk. But I feel like I can't turn down tools at cost price. Just got to keep grinding, keep doing missions. Morale will, our popularity will improve, the pay will improve, it'll get easier. Morning, Seb. God, it's a long way to Fuchsberg. Not a great map setup. Hard, it's going hard. Like, it's going okay. A few thugs, a few marksmen. I really don't want to fight that. Fuck off, leave us alone. Again, we can fight that. That'll be about as tough as the last mission was. But I'm not getting paid to fight them, so... Oh god, I need money. I'm going to be in this shitty situation where I'm going to have to start selling weapons in the inventory. Don't be an escort. God damn it. Ah, I hate escort missions. Walheim. It pays nicely, but it's across the entire map. There's no way we survive that. Running out of food. We're going to miss a day of salary here. Gonna hurt morale. I'm gonna have to sell those flails. Those flails are worth like 200 gold something each. That each one of those flails represents 1 day worth of salary. Some marksmen, mini raiders. That's far too much for us right now. Ugh, God, you hate to do it. Okay, at least this is hunt down what's terrorizing. 330. Precious crowns. Okay, so we prepare for dire wolves. Hope for Nachtseers. Ooh, Scavis Dias is back in action. The biggest dickus, you can go chill. Yes, on almost all of my frontline guys, I take bags and belts. The idea is, even for like a mace specialist, you take bags and belts and quick hands. So in a situation like this, it gives him incredible tactical flexibility, and it helps a lot with his fatigue. There's two aspects to it. So, and you no longer gain a fatigue penalty from items placed in any bag slot. It's particularly good for someone who's a hammer raider like this. So look at the fatigue here. So it's 75 there. Wait, hang on, I would have to explain with the guy who has quick hands. Bags and belts, I mean. So let's say I want him to be using the Warbrand as his primary weapon. But if you use the Warbrand, you have to start with a shield and a one-handed weapon out just until he's actually fighting hand-to-hand. He's not suffering from minus 10 maximum fatigue. And then when he switches to his two-handed weapon, he's not suffering from half of 16 is 8, and half of it's 11 fatigue extra he's gaining. The logic of that, really, long story short, is just that bags and belts gives you some of the best value in terms of fatigue. Like, it's one skill point for quite a lot of fatigue in most situations. Hunt down what terrorizes. Please don't be bloody wolves. Nachtseers, 14 of them. Okay, so we know it's Nachtseers, so spears are what we want. Thank God it wasn't wolves. But someone's hanging on to another spear here somewhere. Nope. Oh, that's right, I had to sell one. Okay, Pontius Exil, you can just use the arming sword. What's up, Melis? And then I just want to take out of the inventory any weapons they're not going to be using. Okay, good. This could be quite challenging. The snow is going to help us. It'll give us an extra turn to shoot at them as they approach, but I've got to be super careful. I don't want them to be dying too far away from us, because those corpses will just get eaten. Let's hope for a good spear wall. Normally I'd like to start my front line with just their spears out and no shields to increase their damage, but I don't feel like I can trust them to actually land the shots. Good shot. Mazuma, yeah, shoot at that one. Oh god, careful. On the plus side, you can rely on these Nachtseers to run into your spear wall. I'm not going to take a shot here because I could kill that one. I don't want its corpse to drop there. That could hit a small one, so hold your fire. Janice. Oh, damn it. Varina's doing work with that spear. Got his face covered in blood. Seeing how important spear wall is in these bigger fights, it always makes me tempted to take my shitters, my guys who are terrible fighters, and just make them spear specialists. Because then they can always use a weapon that gives them plus 20% chance to hit. And they can not have the serious fatigue hit when they're using the spear wall. This is tricky. I got to move in here. Act in 2 turns. So he can go there. So then Pompeius has to cover that corpse. You got to be so careful fighting these things. You got to cover the corpses so they can't eat them. And you got to make sure... Okay, sweet. The fact that they're fleeing is perfect. Like, I also wouldn't want to kill one now at the end of my turn, because they'll get to act first. So like killing one of these two now would be a mistake. Nanosmith, I expect you to get hit into melee range, so get your shield out. Man, I've learnt these fighting tactics the hard way against these bloody things. We've had our faces eaten a couple times. God damn it, come on. Stabbing Varinus. Come on, one more. Oh yeah, the archers are going to struggle. I'm pretty sure that the Noctairs have nimble or dodge or something like that anyway. But our archers are not going to come online for quite a while. Oh, if those two at the south want to run away, I'm very happy for them to do that. Perfect, off you go. Oh yeah, Varinus, absolutely MVP. I'm just glad to still have him around. He almost died in a couple of fights already. Also, once your guys get leveled up and they have a skill like Fearsome, then these Noctair fights become child's play. Because their morale just shatters whenever you hit them. Well fought, men. You've driven the foul beasts off. We shall give up these bloodied corpses up to the god Mars. What did Pulo say in that one episode when they rescued Octavian? He holds his sword and he goes, "Look here, Mars. Look here, Mars. These bloody bodies, these bloody corpses, my gift to you." What do you say? "Look here, Mars. I am Titus Pulo. These bloody corpses, my gift to you." Any level ups? Yes, actually a couple. Agrippa, nice. I can give him bow specialization now. Bow mastery. Then we'll take anticipation and then footwork and then nimble. Grave robbers. Let's talk money. Pay me more. I accept. Give some time to think. I want to see what kind of state the lads are in. Good lord, look at these prices. Out of interest, who's here to be hired? Olaf the Odd. So, grave robbers. It could be bandits, but I'm seeing undead footprints here, so hopefully it's going to be zombies. If this fight goes well, we'll actually go follow those footprints and see what we can get. Very often fighting groups of zombies is quite profitable. It could be raiders, so I want to have the flails just in case. For zombies, I like to just use swords. Okay, Mithras, Roman god of soldiers. It's fine. I'm happy with that. Morale is a bit low. But that's alright. Times are hard right now. I've got a fair amount of ammunition, so... Cemetery is layered with fog. That or a thick miasma given off by the dead. That is the dead. To arms! Let's hope it's not Nachtzirs. I don't have many spears set up. Okay, good. So, Wiedingers. Probably 12 of the buggers. Hold the line, men. If there's a necromancer here, I'm gonna cry. Okay, sweet. And it's a mix of armored Wiedingers and regular Wiedingers. That one's armor is worth taking. Shot. I'm just holding, letting them get closer, making some of the ranged shots a bit easier. I don't think so, Fredo, no. It just counts as 12. I'm also not even sure whether you get experience for killing them again. I think you only get experience once. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Says one more around here. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That makes me worry there's a necromancer hanging back in the darkness. Well, I suppose if there was, he would have possessed one already and made it act quicker, so... I suppose it's unlikely. I'm telling you, man, once all 4 of our archers have nice high range skill values and we have war bows, this kind of fight will become so much easier. We'll just be able to wreck them as they approach us. Just a question of getting there. Okay, good, there's the 12th one. Whew. No necromancer. I tend to find swords to be the best option fighting zombies. The plus to hit chance is great. Does excellent damage. They don't have huge armor. And that one should stay down now. Ah, damn it. Let's go to pitchforks. Let's not shoot away arrows on these things. I think that was Pontius's first kill. Job. Fredo, yes, I have. The thing is, if you have enough money and supplies and whatnot to just keep looking, just head in the general direction of where the enemies went. And eventually you'll find a greenskin encampment with the gold circle in it, and you can fight them. So I suppose the answer is yes, I have had that happen, and it is absolutely possible to still complete the mission. You just got to have a bit of luck. Which really means if you have enough money and supplies to spend the time you need to actually find the camp. But yeah, I've had that happen, and yes, it's super annoying. Oh yes, you can get pretty unlucky with that. They can literally trek across the entire map. They can go so far away. Super annoying. Oh, Olivus Oilus. I don't think he's had a single kill this entire campaign. He's not a great fighter. Yet. See, this I like. Fighting zombies is great. Dodging. Haha, get decapitated, nerd. Well fought, men. Very nice. And the male coif is a bonus. As is the kettle hat. I suppose this is kind of They Are Billionsy, isn't it? So, Servius Regulus. Hit points are fine. Let's go there. If you're going to be on the flank, you have to have underdog. His hit points are no good. Better. Gee, this is why he would never be a raider. No melee defense. It's not good. Not good at all. Pontius Exil. To I do feel like I have appreciated the difference that Steel Brow has made. Olivus Oilus. 10 battles and has 3 kills. That's very unimpressive. That's like staggeringly unimpressive. But as an archer, he'll get there. We'll just give him time. Also, morale is improving from having won a battle. I'm going to follow these tracks. I think there's going to be zombies we can find here and kill. Another fight like that. Nachtzeers, 6 of them. Probably all tier 3. Oh, that's a separate group, but okay, never mind then. Let's not go fuck with them. Oh, this map sucks. Excuse my sniffing, friends. Still got ambush trade routes, even though we just did that mission for them. That's why the prices are still so intolerably high. I do intend to still use these morning stars at some point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to hang on to those kite shields. Let's just keep working. We're almost halfway to our ambition. Day 42 and I still haven't even gotten the battle standard. It just shows you how hard the early game has been. Normally you would want this battle standard done by about, like, I don't know, day 21 at the latest. It's crazy how 43 days have just flown by and it feels like we've made no progress. So this is the guy who says my lads can help him. Oh, an animal tamer leads you to a carriage. You immediately see why his hired hands quit. A frenzied and mercurial wild man is sitting inside the cage. So unfortunately, we don't have a wild man of our own. If we did, we could get an extra wild man out of it. So there's this guy. So I thought you could help me fish it out. I've never gotten this option before. Our monk seems a little disturbed by this. So he's trying to talk to the animal tamer. Yada yada yada. Oh, sweet. Awesome. Absolutely disgusting. He's perfect. Welcome to the company. Oh, nice. Well, the animal tamer is gone, and with him there's no one left to take care of the beasts. Yes! Let them out. Free war dog, free falcon. Oh my god, that's just the break we needed. We got a free wild man and a falcon and a dog. And Genold is tough and strong, but his stats aren't great. Okay, he'll make an excellent tank. So I think I'm going to make him a sword raider. Or shield bearer of some sort. I mean, he could make a decent... I would say bannerman or sergeant, but his lack of ranged skill and defense would be, you know, a real liability. I think we just make him a frontline lad. And then I can probably fire Pontius, I mean... Or keep him in reserve for the moment. Indeed, that is the second time I've gotten that event. Pleased with that. So I feel like Genold is going to be a better fighter than someone like... Here we go, like Pontius. We'll hang on to Pontius for the moment. But we'll only use him if he needs to replace someone who's injured. Student, especially for a wild man, just to offset his minus XP gain. +2. Let's see, his resolve is fine. I need to work on offsetting his defensive stats. The nice thing is, you know, of course, he starts with huge fatigue and hit points. Mazumikas did not die, no. He has been respectfully benched, though, I think. Where is Mazuma? Oh, there you go, Mazuma Tertius. 8 battles and has 1 kill. That's very unimpressive. It's a slow start. He'll get there. Slow start. God damn it, come on. I need work. Yeah, having to retire Pula was super disappointing. God, it was disappointing. I kind of feel like it might be worth it to go clear out Greedy Heart's hideout. But no, we need tools, and let's just keep working in all these cities. It's interesting that it seems to be quicker to go through the snow here than it is to take the road. Well, we know this is the hard part. This is when we just got to keep grinding and keep doing whatever jobs we can just to get our reputation to improve with these villages. I mean, we've got neutral, friendly, open, neutral. Yes, Mazuma, I'm afraid so. He does indeed suck. For now. I mean, Olivius is the worst. Look, 44 at level 3. Disgusting. If you give me another escort mission. Brigands, 2 skulls. Let's talk pay. 620. This will be a hard one, but should be doable. Ooh, cost price tools. I can't say no to that. Just hope they don't have marksmen. If they have marksmen and it's a fight in the snow, oh, it's gonna suck. Two marksmen, 7 raiders. Okay, so which one of you lads has the highest range defense? 29 is the highest so far. 30 here on Lucius Vorenus. Yeah, so unfortunately Vorenus looks like he's going to take most of those shots. I thought I had more flails. I had to sell them, didn't I? Okay, good luck, man. This is going to be hard. Let's just pray the marksmen don't have tier 2 crossbows. I don't like taking my archers in against marksmen, but I don't feel like I have a choice. Okay, so 1 hunting bow, 1 tier 1 crossbow, and 1 tier 1 bow. Okay, we're going to have to move down in 1 to get shots off on that guy. Two squares. If we can all move two squares, we'll do so. I could always fall back, seeing as though they are coming towards us, but no. Oh the gods, this is some awful fighting conditions. So this puts us in range of all their archers, but I'm looking at this angle, and this is going to allow Agrippa to go to that spot, so he can shoot at him. And Olivus can shoot at him as well. And Mazuma. This dude is the biggest threat in the field right now. Obviously that sucks, and that's scary as well, but... they are going to get a full round of archery shots at us without our shields up, so next round is going to hurt. And they're going to throw fucking throwing weapons at us. Oh, Sealand with the headshot. It doesn't say how much damage. Okay, well done. 46%. Do the same thing. Come on, Mazuma. Oh, headshot. He almost killed him. Crushed windpipe. The best wound we could have hoped for there would have been pierced hand or pierced arm muscles to lower his ranged skill. God damn it. Okay, now my archers can just spam and hope to get lucky while the front lads keep their shields up. Varinus is eating everything that's getting thrown at him. His armor is just totally gone. I might swap him out with Germanicus. Wait, Agrippa, don't you already have Bullseye? Okay, fine. Just hope you get lucky, I suppose. The good thing is we should be able to win this fight now, this ranged battle. They've got 3 marksmen, I've got 4 archers. I feel like that's a better shot, killing these dudes first. Yeah, my crossbowmen can shoot at these lads. And then the archers can just try shoot over these guys. Now Germanicus is going to take every arrow shot at him, probably. Okay, I don't know why they didn't choose to shoot at him. They're shooting at Domitus instead. Or Agrippa. Oh! God, crossbows are so scary. I feel like killing these two is the better option. I mean, I could be shooting at 24%. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think the bowman shooting straight for the back line is the better option. Although, not Olivus, he doesn't have Bullseye. Maintain the shield wall. Testudo! Yes! How do they like it? Getting shot by bloody archers. Get him, Mazuma. We can probably maintain the shield wall for like another 2 turns after this, which hopefully will be enough to do enough damage that they'll come towards us. At which point that'll expose any of the marksmen that are still alive. Oh, he's bleeding. If I can get my hands on that 2-handed axe, I'll be very pleased. Well done, Olivius. Gets one of his only... that's only his 4th kill. Ah! Bloody headshot. It's only 5%, but with the scatter chance, I suppose it's worth a go. Okay, good. Here they come. Excellent. Sealand. Sealand's been on fire this mission. Oh, obviously. So that's our Fletcher who got struck down or killed. Killed. It's always a risk you take, fucking with Marksmen. So frustrating. It just feels like it's damn near inevitable. I mean, our archers are crap. They've done well so far, but I mean, allowing marksmen to shoot at you for 6 turns, someone's gonna die. So we need to head back down to that, I forget what it's called, that's that first village where we started, and there's another Fletcher available there for another 400 gold. But that puts another dent in our ambition. Oh, for fuck's sake. I hate these long drawn-out archery battles. I mean, sure, we outnumber them almost 2 to 1, but at this point, the lads are so exhausted. You know, we would be take us 2 turns to hit their front lines, and that's 2 turns without a shield wall. Yeah, it wouldn't be good. At least this guy's exposed now. So this lad needs to be hit one more time. So I have experimented with crossbows as opposed to archers, and crossbows, when they're good, they're amazing. But let's put it this way: some of the time they are way better than a bow, but over most of the time, over the length of the campaign, you're just better off using an archer. And also in the early game, the crossbowmen are better sooner. But eventually, once you get war bows, the bows are just flat out better. I mean, like a war bow does the exact same amount of damage as a tier 3 crossbow. The tier 3 crossbow just gives you extra armor penetration. And not everything you're shooting at is going to be armored. And I mean, if there's a super heavy armored, like a hedge knight on the field, I wouldn't be targeting with my archer anyway. I'd be dealing with him with my Warhammer user, for example. So don't get me wrong, I do appreciate a good crossbow. I mean, you can see I'm using 2 here. But as soon as I can get bows on good archers, bows are just flat out better. If you just look at the numbers, they're just better. And while it is true that you're going to get, you will get more armor because it does more damage to hit points straight. Well, actually, the thing is, taking fearsome on a crossbow expert is a complete waste, because if you look, you only need to do 15 hit points damage to get to make an enemy roll for morale. But if you look at how much pierces armor, 0 to 30 can ignore armor, so it's essentially a 50% chance to make them roll for morale. Whereas with a tier 3 crossbow, I think it's how much ignores armor. I think it's like 0 to 45, so it's a 66% chance to make them roll for fearsome. So by taking fearsome, you're just turning a 66 into 100, and you have to decide whether that extra 33% is worth an entire perk point. But to me, it's a moot point, because bows are just better. Oh, you mother... Fucking goddamn it, I hate marksmen so much. They're the worst. Olivus Oilus finally comes to the party. Right, let's give our dog... Actually, no, don't unleash the war dog. I still want to dagger this guy down. I want that armor. This lad will just, yeah, just by force of blows, surround him, kill him with a sword. Nanus Malsis is in trouble. He doesn't have fatigue for a shield wall. Oh, baby. Come on, headshot. Nope. Can you fuck off with your dagger stab, you bastard? Yeah, how do you like it? Piece of shit. Oh, I gotta get Nanus out of there. Unfortunately, I've gotten my sergeant stuck in melee contact. And I felt like I had to, but it's not ideal. Yeah, that helps. It's only one person that can attack Nanus, and his turn is done. Okay, so much for the armor, but that's fine. I just have to keep Nanus alive. Oh my god, come on, Servius! Fighting in snow sucks! Come on, one more hit, here we go. Okay, good, he's fleeing. Whew. Oh, Ripper Gripper, he was our best archer. And we lost that that helmet as well. Doubly disappointing. So we don't even have one archer with the nighttime advantage. Rip. You know what, as bad as Biggest Dickus is, he even has a star in melee skill, which Pontius Axial doesn't. I could make Pontius Axial like a backup sergeant or banner boy. I mean, he's got the star distribution for it. Okay, and then I can use him as a pikeman, or let's say. Yeah, so he's only there in case we need a replacement if either the archer or the banner boy dies, which could happen. What's up, Dwarf and Blues? Yeah, you've missed a bit, unfortunately, but you've still got a little while to go. Okay, he's wearing what? So I've got that ready to go for my next archer. Olivus Oilus. 48. God damn it, he's awful. He's so bad. Yeah, well, bullseye at least. $220, that's cost price. I gotta buy all of that, I think. How many of these round shields do we need? We don't need to keep all of them. Yes, Malsa survived. There you go. Battle was hard fought though. That was a tough one. Okay, Janold, you got 59 melee skill. I think you can use a sword now. So Gnaeus Pompeius is our only half-decent fighter. Everyone else is pretty crap. We've got a 64 and a 65 there, but not good. Too soon, Malice, too soon. As soon as we get some money, we have to sell all of it almost immediately. 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it says 361, but we are sitting on about, I'd say, almost 700, if not 800 gold worth of copper. And are we still in the positive for tools? No, nowhere near. God, tools have been such a struggle this campaign. Okay, lads, it's been 2 hours of stream. Let's take a 5-minute break. Go grab yourselves a cup of tea, have a walk around, and we'll do another hour or two. Yes, Dwarf Blues, I'm making a complete effort to ignore you specifically. That's 100% right. I was like, oh, Jesus, not this fucking guy. I'm kidding, buddy. Hang on a sec. So I've got my bloody f.lux. See, I think f.lux is busy changing the visual appearance, which is what making the screen look all yellowy, which I don't like. Got to turn it off real quick. Ah, there we go. Go Lelp, thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you too. Right, we were on the road to Gerstel. Oh yeah, look, it can be amazing. And I've experimented with hybrid characters as well. But my issue with that is, okay, fine, you can shoot quick hands and use your axe. But if you want to get 2 attacks off in 1 turn, why don't you just take Berserker on your axe? So if you get a kill with your axe, you can attack again. And I do think it's a similar theory to like crossbows. When it's good, it's amazing, but it's not good often enough. And I really hate the fact, like, if I've got a hybrid character, unless he starts with a ridiculously high value in one of the two, every time you're leveling up, you either have to level both melee and range skill, which then means you always having to sacrifice in something else. And let's say you spend you level him up 11 times, and you put, let's say you get 30 additional skill in melee skill and 30 in range skill, you're always wasting 30 points, no matter which weapon you're using. So yeah, I think on the easier difficulties, it's definitely viable and could even be quite a lot of fun. But on the harder difficulties, I don't think it's a good idea. Escort, nope. If that was a delivery, I would have taken that. Weather's been alright. Bought for 223, so that's not worth, and that's enough profit. It's very cold, but thankfully it hasn't been too wet. It's not stupidity, it's totally fair. I mean, remember, a few seasons ago, I experimented with that as well. I had my sergeants be quick-handed crossbow and axe users. Then what I did there was, I would only ever use their axes to break shields. They would be almost dedicated ranged fighters. But then I wouldn't be able to use them as relief for the front line. Like, on my guys now, my next level I'll take a rotation, and if someone up front gets into trouble, you can rotate them out. And they can still have decent enough melee skill to then switch to these weapons and still do some work. Whereas if I was giving them just range skill, they would then be hopeless when they're in that situation. Also, very often when there's a large amount of enemies, the formation's getting flanked, so they need to go to their secondary weapons and still be okay. Let's see, 250, that's not bad. I'm loving that I'm getting reasonably priced tools over here. Goldbruch, I love you. What is this? Retrieve the thing. Go to the place, retrieve the thing. Awesome. Oh yeah, you can always have 2 backline hybrids. That's true. Like, I mean, I've got 4 archers. I could always make 2 of them be hybrids. And that's potentially a good idea for the early game. I mean, especially because, look here, I've got 4, archers, quote-unquote archers, who are terrible at being archers. There's someone like Olivius Oilus, but I mean, he's just all around fucking terrible. I may well give him quick hands, because then he can do, you know, if he's got no targets to shoot at, he can at least quick hands. I think that's actually a very good idea. I'm going to do that for Olivius Oilus. And who's the other terrible archer? Or your Pontius Exil. He can function in that way as well, but really he's only going to be in the formation until we get an archer that I can replace him with. I desperately hope this is not one of those fights where we actually have to kill the enemy to get this thing, because it's going to be super difficult if it is. Let's prepare for being required to fight. If we do, we would need flails. And you lads would need... Yeah, you would need pitchforks. Or spears. At least with a falchion, they have some chance of getting past the shields. Gnaeus Pompeius. I don't know if... Let's take the sword instead. Yeah, you can occasionally use the warbrand, but going without a shield is super dangerous. Okay, please don't tell me I have to fight these damn things. You don't step into the ruins so much as clamber, hobbling over the stonework like a bat trying to walk upright. Getting to the bottom of the descent, you find what looks like hundreds of clay pots. You're gonna get out. I just want to see the description where he actually gets Forefather Skull in hand. Awesome, so we can just run. Oh, but they've surrounded us. What? Don't tell me we've surrounded us. Okay, good, we can still run away. Whatever this is, I don't want to fight it. It's going to be auxiliaries or most likely ancient legionaries with those nasty pikes that will absolutely wreck us. Those pikes will one-shot this chainmail armor we have. I forgot to make most of the guys stay in reserve. If it's only 11 auxiliaries, maybe? Should we just wait a turn and send our falcon out, see what the falcon can see? No, there's legionaries there. Again, it's a fight that I can win, but I don't think it's one that I can win without taking unacceptable losses or even damage. And these little fuckers, they all have fearsome, so every time they stab you, your guy's morale starts to break. This type of mission against them can go foobar so quickly. Oh yeah, there's one with the pike as well. Run away. Two of them with pikes. I don't want anything to do with that. This is essentially a heist mission. We've run in and nicked this scroll and now we're trying to get out. Run away! I'm just looking at the cost-benefit analysis, and it would cost us a lot and it wouldn't give us enough benefit to justify doing the mission. Later on, when we're fully kitted and we can start doing these fights a lot easier, then no problem. Until then, run away! Are we going to get caught here? No, we should be fine. Run for your life, Lucius! 1, 2, 3. They can only move 3 squares. I don't think these things have Pathfinder. I can't imagine they would. The little goblins absolutely do have Pathfinder, but, you know, little green fuckers. And I'm not racist, but I hate goblins, though. Racist against goblins. I think I've still got the goblin command though. Try exclamation mark gobos. I think I've still got that command. Oh, there you go. I'll never forget the first time I had a level, I think it was a level 12 raider. He was wearing full scale armor and he had a two-handed sword. It was a complete badass. And this little goblin, a goblin archer no less, he gets into melee range and the little goblin just whips out his dagger and two-shots him with that pierce armor ability. What's up, Bosco? Yeah, man, I've enjoyed my little break from Battle Brothers. I think getting a break from all the stress of people getting killed and campaigns failing important. Almost flee. I just need Janold. Get to one square further back. Webcomic goblins, I have not. It's funny because web goblins can be like quite cutesy and funny if they're drawn or animated the right way or portrayed the right way. Turn to Goldbrook. Excellent. We're still going to get paid for it. Almost got the 2,000 gold we needed. Man, this ambition has been so hard. I think we started this on day 14. Oh, look how cheap that is. And look at how cheap that is. 3 skull. What you got for us? 880, pay us more. Is this escort caravan? No, decline. I wonder, does doing that ruin your reputation with them? You accept and then you say no. It just annoys me that I don't get to know what the terms are before I accept. I don't think I can make that much profit off of this, but I'll still, at least I've got enough money to buy all 3. God, that's so important. I'm going to come straight back here and buy these tools as soon as I feel like I can. Okay, so only 300 gold, but we're sitting on probably 1,200 worth of salt. What you got? Guard to the cemetery, end this nuisance. Let's talk money. Pay me more, brother. Secure dead gate crypt. So now this is likely to be a fight against auxiliaries. But again, we've got a couple of flails. I really hope it's just zombies. Oh no, it's going to be a swamp fight. I've only got 2 flails, huh? Ah, they do not. Come to find graves are emptied, not just emptied, but unearthed from below. Excellent. So this is going to be zombies. It's still going to be tough. And a forest fight, no less. Sometimes there's a necromancer on a mission like this. So let's 22. Good lord. Okay, this could be interesting. Let's send out our falcon and see what we're dealing with. Okay, good. It's mostly regular unarmored Wiedergängers, so that's not so bad at all. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are actually armored. It'll take them ages to get to us. We've got choke points. This should be doable. I think I should probably block up these choke points. Yeah, and then force them to go around, split their groups up. I'll put you two, but I want 2 zombies to go in there. Let 1 go in there, so Maceless goes there. How many hours? Coming up on 850, I think. A fair few. Cleaver Duelist. I could actually try that for one of my 2-handed weapon guys instead of using a sword raider. I'll try that at some point, but I'm still trying to get a company that uses the tactics I've been trying to get going for quite a while. Oh yeah, this is going to be an epic battle, quite a long one. Also, with the way the zombies are going to path, it's going to take ages for them to get to us. But that's actually going to work in our favor. Gnaeus Pompeius, I'm going to have you hold the southern flank. With Lucius Germanicus. And then Scavus Dias. This is nice. He only has to fight 1 zombie at a time. Only 1 can actually get there, and he'll be supported by Pontius. Wait for it, lads. Wait for it. They're coming. So some of them are going to path around here, which you lads will deal with. We've got 1 point of contact there, another one there. And then one of them is going to come all the way to the south here. Actually, Gnaeus, do you have your Warbrand? In that case, then, Vorenus will hold the southern flank. And Pompeius will be able to attack with his sword from the height advantage. Which will be superior. If we can get through this, hopefully without any deaths or real injuries, this is going to be a nice XP boost. I mean, 22 zombies is going to give us a load of XP. I also want to point out, this is taking forever with their animations, but this is with the faster enemy animations option ticked on. So it would take even fucking longer without. Actually, this was a mistake. I should have put these guys here. Then I could have had 1 zombie there surrounded by 3 people. Oh well. That's a reference that I haven't caught. Orphan Blues, Sunflowers and Peas. What? I've got no good sight lines here. Let's wait till I get closer. Actually, you may as well just use your pitchfork. There's no point in essentially wasting arrows on these zombies. And arrows just cost money. Ah, tower defense. Plants versus zombies. Right. Never played that. I saw Jim Sterling playing Plants vs. Zombies and I thought that does not look like my jam. Ha! I get decapitated. I think that means it can't rise up. I might need to move some of these archers in range so they can get an attack onto this pitchfork user. Doesn't have any clear shots. I'll see where this one goes and try to get an angle on him. Shot sealant. Okay, 4 down, 18 to go. I feel like in these long, drawn-out fights like this, it's important to have your lads moving about as little as possible, being that moving about costs fatigue. You want to spend all your fatigue on swinging your weapon and killing shit. Yeah, I'm not going to get an angle on that guy. It's going to suck. Yes! Germanicus! Oh, never saw this. Well done. Sterling work so far, boys. Keep it up. How can you miss a zombie? Really? I mean, really? Oh, good shot. Got a cleaver duelist with a rare cleaver. There's a base 40%. Nice. Also, isn't there a large two-handed cleaver that you can get off the Ancient Dead? I would think that that's what you would want to be using, or you're just using the regular old one-handed cleaver. I think I might actually move... No, like I want to move Scavius forward so I can attack this dude, but then that'll put him in contact with 3 zombies, which is too dangerous. Eventually Olivia should be able to kill him. But I'm wondering what the stats are on that two-handed cleaver. I can't imagine it's actually worth using. Shot, maceless. $14 to go. I feel like we should write a diary. Dear diary, day 2 of the battle has finally started. We've been killing zombies for days, it seems. Fuckers just keep rising up. This is awesome. As the lads get confident, that's going to give them such awesome combat bonuses. Come on, a few more and that dude's dead. Hands, thank you for the host. So, extra pen from Duelist. Duelist only gives you extra damage. I thought it was 25% damage. If it's penetration, then that's really interesting. More zombies. Here we go. Nice, Olivus. I've always thought it was extra damage. In that case, you could, maybe rethink Duelist. But really, I mean, I would, if I ever built a Duelist, I would really just be using it in the sort of role that I currently use my Raiders in. And the Raiders, the main bonus you get from the Raiders is the fact that they have such good AoE clear, which you wouldn't have from the Duelist. So I can't help but thinking, as good as the Duelist is, it would be still not be as good as a Raider. And I mean, and I'm sure that cleaver does loads of armor pen, but a two-handed Warhammer, there's nothing better in the game for armor pen than a two-handed Warhammer. But it's the sort of thing I will certainly experiment with at some point. Nice, okay, so their southern flank has collapsed. We can move up here now. 7 to go. Is there any way you can disarm that zombie? No, you can't get there in time. Okay, just rest up then this turn, Vorenus. Shot. So anyway, lads, this evening I'm probably going to play some They Are Billions, but you might be familiar with Pyrian Flax, who's quite a big streamer. I've been a sub of his for a long time, and these days he's playing Dota 2 in the evening, and then he's doing a bit of Counter-Strike, and I'm actually getting into those Counter-Strike stacks every now and then. So I might quickly switch to Counter-Strike later in the evening at a moment's notice. It's a lot of fun. And I particularly enjoy it because everyone we play with are just as bad, if not worse than me. And I am hot garbage at Counter-Strike. It's just really fun though. Okay, no more arrows. Save the ammunition. Shit's expensive, yo. I love, this is the one good thing about fighting in the forest. They can move one square, but then they can't attack. Okay, 4 left. Here we go. Not from separate battles, I don't think, but in the same fight, yes. If you mean as a quote-unquote fallen hero that you actually see described as such, I think the answer to that is a no. Seriously, if you see me playing Counter-Strike, oh my god. I'll take that skirmish axe. It's worth a few hundred gold. Give me your weapon, zombie bastard. Well struck. Oh, Lucius. What is your melee attack skill? Melee skill is 62. Okay. I would have thought it would be more. Still, he's done work with that two-handed axe. It's been great to see. Oh, almost. Gods, what a battle. Look at the XP values. 230. What's the highest? 250. Most damage inflicted, Gnaeus Pompeius with 639 damage inflicted. Unsurprisingly, he is our best fighter. That's a god, we needed that bonus, and this is nice as well. Lucius Germanicus, the Bannerman. Oh, +2 on resolve. It's not good. His fatigue's actually okay. Let's get his melee skill up to a nice around 60. Slowly upgrading my archer's kit. Generally, they tend to wear mail coifs and patched mail until they get to use nimble. Then I just put them in that green leather. Okay, level 5. I think take rotation. The old defensive option could be quite good for us. Take bullseye, range defense, ranged skill, fatigue. 59 level 4. God, archers are so incompetent. Oh, is that new? I haven't. Yeah, you know, no, that's not. I thought that was a new dagger. Got excited for a bit. I think this might get us to 2,000. So we're at 429 plus 490. Excellent. All this running about the land has increased the stamina of the men. One runs in place, holding a finger to his neck. He remarks that his heart rate isn't going up at all. Another brother remarks that the guy doesn't even know how to count. Oh, that's right. +1 fatigue. Whoop-de-doo. No longer has terrified villagers. Excellent. I'm just going to hang about and see if I can buy some lumber for a decent price, because I know I can flip it for a profit at Subtlefest there. And we're sitting on 3 clumps of salt. Oh, 160, that is so cheap. 370, bought for, that's 60 profit. I think I can get more than that though. Junk, 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 junk. Out of curiosity, who's here to be hired? Unluckily, that that hunter who had True Sight, or I forget what it's called. Lost the blood of the Holy Mother. Oh, sweet. 170, 680, pay us more. I accept. There's no need to actually go turn in our trade goods just yet. Hopefully this will be just, you know, run in, grab the thing, run away. I think this time I'm going to only take in the minimum amount of people. I don't want more people getting upset from having to run away from a battle. Let's chuck in our reserve, biggest dickus. Well, if it's the kind of mission where it says you actually have to fight to get the thing, I just won't do it. Okay, the blood is easy enough to find, if not a little too easy. Good, so we can run away at least. This is a kind of fight, it's mostly auxiliaries. It's definitely winnable, especially with our flails, but again, the juice wouldn't have been worth the squeeze. And the other reason I want to leave this ruin standing is that much later on, much later, we can come in here and farm the heads on patrol. Biggest Dickus, you find that funny? He's a good friend of mine from Rome. His wife, Incontinentia. Stop laughing! Why is that funny? So I've been thinking about my sub emotes. I still want to get myself a sub icon that I haven't thought about. I don't think... Well, I mean, I can't think of anything that's like distinctive to me as a sub icon. So I'm always looking for suggestions. Maybe like a picture of a stick figure running away, cowardly. But, because I was watching Christopher Odd stream and he's got that very cool O as his sub icon. I mean, like my favorite animal is an elephant, so I thought maybe I could do like an elephant as my sub icon, but that wouldn't really make sense, I don't think. I've also been thinking of a theme for my channel because like currently I'm using all Monty Python stuff, but for 2018 I want to do different ones. I'm thinking of going like all African themed because obviously I'm South African and very proud of it, so I think for a follower notification it could be quite cute. I could have like a little mother elephant walking with a baby elephant, because you know how they hold onto the tail, which is quite cute. Either that, or I want to use Ace Ventura gifs. Yes. Proudly South African, my brew. Like totally, hey? Like fully. But I probably don't sound like most of the South Africans you would have heard in the media. Most notably Sholto Copley, because he's... So look, if you're a white South African, you're either from English background or Afrikaans background. The Afrikaans guys have a Dutch background. Whereas the English first-speaking white South Africans have, English or Irish people in the background. Look at all this wood. I might even hang on to one, because... Actually, no, we lost our Fletcher, didn't we? Yeah. The point I'm saying, if you are white South African and you're from English background, you sound like me. But if you're white South African and you're from the Dutch background, then you are the type of person who will sound a little bit more like this. Your accent is a bit more weird. Oh, my brew. Oh, fully. Yeah, totally, eh? For sure. What do you think of a sub emote? Maybe like a sort of stylized outline of an African elephant's head. Like with the tusks and the big ears. I quite like that because then you can make it be different colors, and like the basic one can be black, and then 6-month subscribers get a silver one, and then a 1-year subscriber gets a gold one, and that could translate quite nicely. Okay, something to think about. Oh baby, so that's 100 and something profit each. Oh, we're rich. Oh, look at that money. Oh! We had history of South Africa. Thanks for the sub, Bosco. Well, actually, I'm glad you had that. I mean, we had that module in high school as well. It was a bummer for us because obviously, as it kind of should be, it's taught in a very heavy-handed, politically slanted way. I.e. white people are evil, but to be fair, they were, so... And it's important, it's part of our history, and we have to know about it. Yeah, South Africa has a very interesting history. The Boer War, the colonization, apartheid afterwards, it's all fascinating stuff. I still remember in 1993 when the ANC won and Mandela took power. It was crazy, there was so much fear that there was going to be like looting and killing in the streets. Yeah, all little white people were so paranoid. Oh, the black folk are going to go berserk and kill us all. It was so stupid. It was just a normal day, and there was such an incredible feeling of goodwill, and everyone was just happy and together, and it was awesome. Obviously, that's faded over the years as people have kind of the novelty has worn off, and people have to deal with day-to-day economic issues. But generally, life's getting better there now. We've just had a very important moment in our history now in South Africa. Our horrible, horrible president, Jacob Zuma, corrupt thief, finally been voted out as ANC president. Now we've got Cyril Ramaphosa, who's great. So Cyril Ramaphosa, I don't want to lecture you guys now on ANC history, but long story short, if you haven't read Long Walk to Freedom, which was Nelson Mandela's autobiography, oh my God, read that book. It's you're just the history, what he went through with the struggle politics, just the history of what Nelson went through, his time in captivity on Robben Island. Oh, incredible book. But that taught me what I didn't know about the ANC, is that the ANC kind of has two arms to it. It's got the military arm, which is mostly in Konto Wisizwe, which is, I think it's called the Spear of the People, that means. Go up, thanks for the follow. And then the other half of the ANC is the intellectual side, which is Thabo Mbeki, Cyril Ramaphosa, Nelson Mandela. And it's so good for us now because Cyril, who's now become ANC president, is from the intellectual elite side of the ANC. And they're such better leaders. The men who are from the more militarized side of the ANC tend to not have the best social policies, and they basically want to see what happened in Zimbabwe happen in South Africa. They have to hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, so finally, Lucius Germanicus can carry the beautiful standard of the 13th Legion, which means that Pontius Excel can shield break. Perfect. Right, so what do we spend our cash money on? Well, actually, Bosco, if you go into my Discord, there's a text channel with sub-emote suggestions. Then I think it was, I forget who it was, one of my subs very kindly, it was Vibel, I think, yeah, who scaled down the images of the icon, the brain damage icon, and the decapitated headless person icon. And I want to see if those can scale down, because you have to make 3 versions, like a 27 by 27, 47 by 47, and 72 by 72. But it's on my list of things to do. I'm going to see if I can get them added as sub-emotes. Long Walk to Freedom wasn't my favorite book. Actually, no. The End of Faith by Sam Harris is my favorite book of all time. But Long Walk to Freedom is definitely second, though. Awesome book. Okay, we need a Fletcher, or a bowyer, I mean, and he comes with a hunting bow, so we'll hire him. But, oh, he hasn't got... Okay, so 2 stars in range defense is really nice. Deathwish and Superstitious kind of offset each other slightly. And he's got 52 starting range skill, so he'll be okay. But we'll make him an archer, so marked for replacement. I might be talking out of my ass here, but I believe there's actually an audiobook of Long Walk to Freedom, which I want to say is narrated by Morgan Freeman. Might be. Anyway, check it out. Shit's awesome. Okay, so we're back to 4 archers, all of which are bloody terrible. We just have to hope that Vedegant can get up to level 6 and make us a masterwork bow. Okay, so we've got a backup sergeant, so that's nice. And we've got a regular replacement who I think I can maybe not fire him yet. Yeah, thanks, Bosco. It's a good idea. I mean, I kind of feel like we sort of ran out of all the material to talk about with Battle Brothers. If we're going to do a game podcast, I don't think it should be game specific. So maybe we talk to Hans Gruber and we can just do something like the co-optional podcast. So we just talk about games that are coming up and general stuff. Don't think anyone would be interested, but I don't know. But Jay Davis, do you have African swallows? Yes. So where I live in Pretoria, in the Highveld there, we get swallows making their little nests in our houses. They're such cool little birds. Right, hang on, what time is it? Okay, we've been streaming for 3 hours. I'm going to take a break. I need to go do some shopping and do some errands. Let's see, it's 5:15. I'll be back at 7ish, I think. I'll probably do some VR Billions, but then I'm going to keep an eye on Perry and Flax's stream, and I might jump in and do some Counter-Strike a few hours in. Alright, so where are we in terms of this campaign? Let's just stock up on some food here. Even though it's just horrible ground grains, we can almost start earning enough money now to buy some proper food. We've got 6 days worth of food. Tools are a bit expensive. Sullivan Bastien, how are you, my man? Bonjour. Only word of French I know. Okay, let's head back up to Goldbruch and see if we can get some work. But when we return, we'll do that. Overall, I worry that we are quite behind the power curve. We've got level 4s and 5s. There's one level 2 there. Germanicus is level 5. Maceless is level 6. I like that I've got 2 guys, well, I've got 1 so far that has rotation. Nanus will have rotation soon, so we've got 2 guys who can rotate guys out from the front and keep them safe. So that's good. Our archers are shit, but they're the best we can live with. Now it's just about going hard with this house Cultenborn. Hopefully the next ambition will be name someone a sergeant. We'll get that immediately. Then it'll be work for the noble houses, and we already have enough renown to do so. So the next 2 ambitions should trigger instantly. And then we can take something like head into the darkness, discover something and clear it out. Then we can do fight a dozen enemies, which is quite easy. And then hopefully it'll be ally with a noble house. And through all that time, we'll just be going in a big circle like this, working for all these houses. I just want to dash to allied relations with House Cultenborn as soon as I can. It's not going to be easy. So for the next probably 50 days, up until the endgame crisis hits, my priorities are going to be getting 4 hunters, or maybe like 1 witch hunter and 4 hunters, all with warbows. And then I doubt I'll be able to have heavy armor on my frontline guys, but even if they're just wearing chainmail like this, they can just tank up behind their shields and have the archers do all the work. At that point, once you have reliable, strong archers, most of the battles, your archers do all the work, your front line don't get into too much damage. All the money you make then goes towards buying heavy armor for your front line, and then you're pretty much rolling. Okay, so thanks for watching, everybody. I'll be back in an hour or 2, probably 2 hours. I need to go do some shopping. We'll do some VR Billions, and then maybe some Counter-Strike or some Paragon after that. See you then.